Let me ask you this, just popped into my head. You mentioned Adam Cole, your boyfriend, a few times, and obviously you work for AEW, he works for NXT. There was a few times when you've gone to the matches and they focused in on you, and there was, tell that story of they weren't aware you were being focused on and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so I've always asked ahead of time, either the Bucks or Tony, whoever. I've always said, "Is it okay if I go?" And it's to the point where Tony's like, "Britt, stop asking me. Of course, you can always go." He goes, "Why would we not want you to go support your boyfriend? Like, we're not like a cult. It's not like you can't go there. It's fine." The first time that they put me on, so I was just sitting in my little comp ticket section, and the camera was nowhere near us at any point in time. And this was very early on. This was before we were on TV or anything. I think we had the one pay-per-view. And Stephanie McMahon comes out and she sits in the seat right next to me, or it might have been a seat between us. And they zoom on her for her, hey, I'm in the crowd spot. And I'm like 2 seats down, just like looking at her. I truly don't know if they knew who I was at that point or not, because it was so early on, and they didn't have the camera anywhere near us until that point. But it actually was like a funny little meme because it looks like I'm mean mugging her in it. But the second time, which I knew that Adam Cole was winning the championship title, so I definitely wanted to go. And I didn't want to just sit backstage and watch it on a TV. I was like, is there any way that I can watch it in the crowd? Because it was they were doing like these crazy cage match bumps and all kinds of stuff where I was terrified. I was like, no, I want to be out there. And they said, yep, absolutely. I was texting with the one security guard. We got you covered. Don't worry. So I'm in my seat. Everything's good. And then for his match, they moved me. And they said, hey, you'll be fine here because you're behind the commentary table. And because the match is in the cage, the camera's not going to come out here at all. And to me, I was like, okay, that makes sense. And it wasn't until the very end, he took this disgusting bump off the top of the cage where I don't even know which camera it was, because I was looking in the ring, got me. And I didn't even know until I went backstage in Gorilla. I went to check in on Adam, and Triple H came up to me right away. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. We didn't mean for that to happen. And I'm kind of like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, we got you on camera with your reaction to the bump. Like, I'm so sorry. They didn't know the head production. I don't know didn't know who you were. Do I believe that? I don't know. But he was very apologetic to me, super nice. Him and Stephanie both were like, we're so sorry about that. I hope you don't get in trouble. Which Tony didn't care at all, because after that night, I was the top Google search of that entire show, of the entire NXT show, was Britt Baker, just because of that one little blip they showed me on TV.
I love that, though. It's like, we didn't know that it was you, and like, come on.
I know, right. And then afterwards, whoever the head camera guy, I'm not sure who it was, actually went to my boyfriend, says, no, that was like our bad. I know who your girlfriend is. I don't know. It was just like a series of unfortunate events. I don't know what happened. So needless to say, it ended up being again another kind of little happy accident, because it was me, and an AEW wrestler, who came out as the top Google search of their pay-per-view.
I'm sure they love that.
Right.
When you go, do you ever feel like a cool reception sort of thing, as far like cool as in like chilly reception, or is everyone like, hey, how's it going?
Well, most of the people there are the wrestler, the talent, are independent wrestlers that I've known for a while. So those people are always super welcoming, super warming. I've even been backstage where Terry Taylor will say, hey, Britt, you're doing great. I love watching your stuff. People are usually pretty welcoming and warming. And even the fans too that bump into me, like, hey, Britt, we love AEW, we love AEW. So I've never experienced anything cold. They might, talk shit behind my back as soon as I walk away, but to my face, they're very supportive and saying that they love AEW and how great it is for professional wrestling. So I like to believe that everyone really is happy with this little war we have going on, because it does make professional wrestling better.